अव्यक्ताद् व्यक्तयः सर्वाः प्रभवन्त्यः रागमे रात्रि आगमे प्रलीयन्ते तत्र एव अव्यक्त संज्ञते. Hello friends, this is the 18th shlok of the 8th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, and today we will understand this shlok in detail. So let's first go over its meaning. So the shlok says Avyaktad Vyaktayah Sarvaha, which means from unmanifest to manifest all Prabhavantihar Agame, which means came under influence in the day. Ratri Agame Praliyante, which means at night come to disintegration. Tatra eva avyakta sangyate, which means there indeed into unmanifest. So in this shlok, Sri Krishna is continuing to describe about the cycle of the creation and destruction of this universe, and what he says is that all the beings, they basically come into influence, which is they basically arrive into this world when the nature comes into, when this whole universe comes into manifestation from the unmanifest. And then at the night time of the Brahma's cycle, they basically then disintegrate and they go back into the unmanifest. So the idea over here is that whatever is manifesting over here, it manifests during the time of the day of Brahma, while at the time of night of Brahma, all of this goes back into the unmanifest. So this is the idea that we discussed in the previous shlok also, that this cycle of the manifestation and unmanifestation and then remanifestation of everything in this universe is a cycle. It goes in a cycle, and it has been going on in a cycle since the past forever, and it will go in this cycle forever in future also. And this is a very static view of looking at the entire creation, but this is the most logical way of thinking at it, because we see that everything around us actually goes in a cycle, and so we can then from that extrapolate that the cycle of the creation and the destruction of this universe is also, it should also be going on. Now over here, a lot of times people might raise a concern and say that, you are saying something which does not have any proof as such, and it's something that you're just throwing out there. But the thing is that the other assumption, which is that the universe actually grows linearly in time, is also an assumption itself. We don't really have any proof of whether that is actually true. I mean, right now science says that this universe came into existence through Big Bang, and that might be true, but the thing is that we don't really know what was there before Big Bang. So science does not really have any answer for the question of what was there before Big Bang. So that's why it is an assumption that the universe goes linearly, and we should assume it to be going linearly. But the thing is that based on the cycles that we see all around us, I think the best assumption for us in this situation wherein we lack the capacity or the ability to really authenticate this is to basically say that this universe goes in a cycle wherein the manifestation and unmanifestation of this universe has been ongoing since eternity, and it will keep going on till eternity. It is the most logical explanation that you can use in terms of how everything started. I mean, this is the one which will give you the best answer in terms of the question of when did the time start, because now you can say that, okay, since it's a cycle, the time is beginningless, and similarly time is also endless, because the question such as when did the time start in itself is a very it's a contradictory question. Similarly, this also gives you an idea of what was there before Big Bang. It gives you an idea that the world was unmanifest at that time. So there was it was in an unmanifest, and then through the Big Bang it basically manifested. So it gives you the answer to that question also. So that's why it is the most logical and the most consistent assumption that this entire universe goes in a cycle. All the things come into manifest during the day of Brahma, and they go back into the unmanifest during the night of Brahma. And again, you have to understand that Brahma over here does not really mean that four-headed person who's sitting somewhere. No, it's just a representation of this idea that the cycle of Brahma, in that sense, is just a representation of this idea that when the universe comes into existence, then that is day of Brahma. When it goes into unmanifest, then it is the night of Brahma. And yeah, I mean, this whole creation as such, the highest level of Brahma, as we understood, is the one which has the complete, where we have the complete understanding of the workings of this universe. So that is the level of Brahma in himself. So that was the idea that Sri Krishna presented in this shlok. I hope that I have explained this shlok well to you. With that, I'll close this video. I will see you all in the next video. Take care.